Hey everybody, welcome to Color Conversations with Crawford Street. I'm Tanner, and I am so glad that you're here. Whenever you're here watching this, I'm glad that you have found time to talk about color or to want to know more about color. We just want to do that. We want to take some of our favorite colors and bring them to you and say, this is what they look like in spaces. This is when they really work. This is what you need to be cautious about. And right now we're in the kind of back half of our summer collection. And this color today is super awesome. It's definitely summery because of its playfulness, I would say. But it's not a like can only work in summer, and it's not a fully like season specific tone in any way, shape, or form. It is just very energetic, but it can be very neutral. So it is a designer collection color. So I'm going to start off by saying that, and I'll go into more detail on that later. The color is Mountain Pass, Sherwin-Williams 9655. So again, it's a designer color, which means right off the bat, it is going to be higher end looking. It is going to be luxurious. It is going to be elegant. Sherwin-Williams has a designer collection that is strictly for this. It is not meant for commercial applications. It's not meant for graphic design. It is meant for residential applications, and they are meant to look like a designer curated this color palette. And so while this collection itself within Sherwin-Williams ranges, and there are deeps and lights and cools and warms and more historic inspired and more modern, everything feels upscale. It feels a little bit elevated. And so in saying that, it also costs a little more. So I always start this off because if you're looking for this for the color of your entire exterior, the price difference between this and just a regular color in Sherwin-Williams is going to be a lot, because these designer collection colors come in their own designer collection paint base. And that paint base is something else. It is creamy, luxurious itself. It ensures that your color is going to come out exactly like you're wanting it to, exactly as the designers that curated this collection intended for this color to come out. The only way that they can guarantee that happens is if you get it in the base, the paint base that it's meant for. So in saying that, if you're here looking for a big project and this is going to be a big color, just know, or you're going to use a lot of this paint, know that the budget is going to be more than just your average paint. So if you've already gotten a paint cost and they were just quoting regular, just regular paint and, satin or whatever, just know that. Now, if you're looking at this because you're just going to paint a piece of furniture, or you've got a vanity cabinet or an accent wall or one room or something, it is not going to be that much difference in just 1 gallon or just one, 5-gallon bucket or something. It's just, I want you guys to know that, because you get what you pay for. So it does cost more to get the designer collection colors in their designer collection intended paint bases like they should be, but they are worth it. And they guarantee, like I said, that the color actually comes out as rich and as luxurious as they were intended to be. So saying all that, it is beautiful. It's got, like I said, a little bit of playfulness. So when you see it in the natural light, you can kind of see like, oh, there's some blue, some green, like that's fun, but it's also muted enough to where, like I said, this is not meant to be like catchy and gimmicky. This is very residential. It's very neutral, but in a fun way. So that is what I love about this color. Again, it's called Mountain Pass. So it's like deep and mysterious, almost like you're on like this winding road in the mountains, and like all the trees are towering over you and you're not really sure where you are or like what's beyond all those trees, because it just kind of feels like you're just in the middle of being surrounded by something and you're just being shaded, and there's so much shade, but it's like, you're not in the middle of black. It's still life out there. There's still nature out there. And it's almost as if like you're driving to the coast and you know that like beyond this mountain is fresh air and beautiful sea, and it's just you're right now in the shaded part, but it's like there's this underlying funness in it, you know what I mean? So where we've used this is cabinets. We have used this on kitchen cabinets. We have a client that is eclectic, but very chic, and their kitchen cabinets needed that, something that was a little bit like, ooh, that's kind of whimsical, but that's really high end. Like we ended up getting the hardware for her cabinets from Crate and Barrel. So they were very nice, good looking, super unique hardware against this. And it was just the coolest balance of like, that's fun and like, wow, that's really stylish and nice looking, you know? And another place that we use this is in another home, a very, very beautiful high-end home. And this is so great. So they have homes on the beach and homes in the mountains of North Carolina. And we redid the whole house, and she wanted really this vibe of, I like the mountains, but I also like the beach, and I like, you know, the salty air, but I also like the forest and the woods and things like that. So this color ended up being, like I said, there's a little bit of green, there's a little bit of blue, there's a little bit of playfulness, but it's high end, and so it can go on higher end applications. We use this on the ceiling of the dining room. We use this in the entire study of one room, and it's just gorgeous. Its depth level is 14, so it's super dark, right? So absolute black is 0, no light reflection. Pure white is 100, and it is total light reflection. This is only at 14, so you're still in the deep zone. Like I said, you're gonna have to put it in natural light for you to actually get any kind of light reflection off of it. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a flat, deep, luxurious color. You know how velvet is a fabric, but there's no sheen. It's not satin, it's not silk, but it's still, you can still see the luxuriousness of it. That's exactly like what this is. It's not bright, it's not metallic, it doesn't have to be shiny, it doesn't have to stand out, but it is luxurious, and it is nice, and it's got a little bit of a unexpectedness to it, you know, and that's why it works really well. So if that, you feel like what your project needs, your space needs, is something a little bit unexpected, maybe a little bit of fun, but a high-end color. You still want it to go with marble tones or cedar wood, you know, things that are luxurious in nature just by themselves. This is not going to dull those down. This is not going to make those, you know, feel like you have something fun and vibrant or something neutral and not. It's not. This is a great way to just merge, like I said, those two different types of styles, very formal and also very fun and playful. And that's exactly what we've used it for in projects: the fun, the playful, the dark, the light, the rugged, the serene. It just really is a great balance of everything. And it's deep, so it gives you that mystery. It gives you that moodiness without being black or whatever, you know? So if you think this is your color, woohoo, I'm so excited for you. And if you feel like you still need to talk through it, feel free to comment on here or reach out. And if you want to share it with us and you've used it, feel free to send us some pictures. And we also have places that we have shared pictures of this. So check out our Instagram. We have shared the kitchen in this, and we will be sure to share our other project too, so that you guys can get a good idea of what it actually looks like in spaces and on pieces. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed so we can see you for the rest of our color conversations. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.